Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. What is good, Tamara? What is good, Amy? Thank you for joining tonight. So, tonight's question of the night: what is Adam Newman's next move? Well, what is Adam Newman's next move on? No, what is Adam next move on the Newmans on the Young and the Restless? I feel like I need to sit there and really change that title around. But what is his next move, though? We know that he's not just going to sit there and just take it. We know that he doesn't want to just be part of the family. So, what is his next move? What is good, Tamara? Thank you for joining. What is good, Amy? Thank you for joining. What's Adam's next move? What's Adam's next move on this? I feel like I need to. Anyone else? All right, there's gonna be a working title with that one. I didn't see how that was playing out. Yes, 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 yes. What is good, everyone? Happy Friday. LaShanta is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? As usual, I gotta sit there and go through my bells and whistles of checking to make sure everything is good because I would hate to sit there and do this and then audio is wrong or people can't hear me or some can't do this and then all right, we are good. Tamara, okay. Tamara says, I feel he's going to try hard at first, and I hope Adam does well enough to keep making it. Yo, you think he's actually going to fall in line? Because I did not get that sense at all. And Janetta's in the chat. Was good, and Janetta. Laura B's in the chat. Was good, Laura B. Yes, he actually did. He actually did something correct that people like. Laura B's in the chat. Makai's in the chat. Monique is in the chat. Monique says Adam will be Adam. Can't change Adam if he doesn't want to change. I think even he doesn't believe the words coming out of his mouth. I think he's planning something. I think he's planning something. I think I need to sit there and change that title around, but I think he's planning something now. I think he is generally planning something. So let's sit there and take this part off. Soda before we get some. As you're coming in, let's start this stream off right. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. We do get more people in there. Lashata says Adam's up to something. I can't wait. Yep. That's exactly what I said. He's up to something. My dude is not just going to sit there and just take whatever the Newmans give him and just ask and beg for forgiveness. Um, so, if honestly tell you the truth, if they actually believe him, then they are pretty much boo boo the fools at that point. They are boo boo the fools. Lashanti says, "Good." Victor gave Sharon her company, which I'm going to be honest. That's the part where it just came out of pocket. Okay, a lot of people are happy, but that move came out of nowhere. It literally. Oh wow. Okay, I really put a lot in there. That came out of nowhere. He was so adamant about keeping the company, and then the next day, oh, after everything that you went through, you get to keep the company. Yeah, do good things with it. What? It literally made no sense. Nothing about that made sense. And I think that's Nikki wanted him gone. Um, that literally made no sense. He just what was feeling benevolent that day. He was wrong. It's okay. That's 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 not the point. The point is it came out of nowhere. Okay. It literally came out of nowhere. 1 minute he was just ready to sit there and keep the company, have the lawyers come in and fight her tooth and nail. Next minute he's like, oh, I had to change your heart. Yeah, it's cool. Like none of that made sense. Monique says you can paint a tiger to look like a lion, but it's still a tiger. It's Adam. Yeah, no, we all at this point. I think here's the thing. I think if people don't know that Adam's up to something, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't been watching the show that long, and I know that Adam's up to something. He didn't just decide to just be nice just for. He reflected on it. Okay, I I think I You know what? Honestly, tell you, I'm gonna call that porpoise writing. That's what I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call it porpoise writing. Okay? They wrote themselves into a corner. They realized that they wrote themselves into a corner, and then he just grew a heart 10 inches and decided, yeah, sure, that's what I'm gonna do now. Last days in the chat was good. Last day, Darby's in the chat was good. Darby, yeah, that move came out of nowhere. I'm not gonna sit there and excuse poor pitch writing because I knew that they wrote themselves into a corner. I knew that they wrote themselves into a corner. So, but I get it. I mean, hell, he did practically fire five other writers. So the dude's is doing all on himself. I guess he realized, whoa, hey, how am I gonna sit and get out of this one? Uh, I'll just give Victor. I'll loan Victor a conscious for a day. Yeah, that's what I do. I'll loan him a conscious for a day. Um, yeah, I was glad. Listen, I sat there throughout that thing, and I was like, if you can't take that doctor in a fight, we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have an issue. Yeah, he actually came through. What's good, Valerie? Uh, Monique says Nick getting mad when Sally felt bad for Adam. Yeah, he did kind of charge me there kind of hard though. He did charge me head kind of hard. He was like, "Hey, don't you get Sharon to sit there and fight your battles for you?" Hello to you too. Nice weather we got going on. Like, really? It's all about money and my first day at work. Oh, you're gonna do fine last day. You are going to do fine, and I can't wait to hear about your first day. Seriously, Freddie, what's good? You are going to do fine, my friend. And um, no, I don't want to. Like, okay. No, but you're gonna do good though. Versace says, I can't believe Kyle won Billy Pie. Yeah, he was like, yo, I can't trust him. Billy Smith, they're coming at the Mom Dukes. Can't let that happen. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I did like how Diane was like, well, I do want Kyle to be close to the family. So, if Billy gotta go, then Billy gotta go. Like I was like, wow, okay, Diane, this is exactly what Billy was Smith you're trying to prevent. So I give people that. There, I'll give you that. My parents said the same thing. You're going to be fine, last day. You are going to be fine, my friend. Trust me. Don't even sweat it. Just go in there, do what you got to do. You know, you get through it. Trust. Honestly, tell you the truth. Once you get through the day, you'll sit there and realize just how um you realize how silly he was in the first place for feeling nervous. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Lashante. It's sus. It's sus. You know, what's good, Spider Quick? It's sus. I'm not gonna sit there and even sit there and like go back and forth with you on that. It's like it's a little sus. All right, it's a little sus. Darby said, I don't know why everyone is afraid of Adam. He has no company, no money. His family didn't want to even accept him. He has nothing, yet the Newmans are afraid of him. Darby, why don't you sit there and say that when Kyrie's comes in here? Okay? When Kyrie's comes in here, can you make sure you type that? Can you make sure you type that again? I want to make sure that you type that again. Yep, he did. He did, Lashante. You're right. You're right. But let's sit there and see what else Diane's gonna do. Let's see what else Diane's gonna sit there and do. Um, let's see what else she's gonna do. Let's see what other sort of crazy shenanigans she's gonna get into before I sit there and go full blast of my judgment. Um, But yep, I did like in the previews how Abby was sitting there going ballistic. Like, what happened? What did you do to Ashley? What did you do to my mom? I knew I couldn't trust you. I was like, bro, you might want to sit there and just take like a 5 second chill break. Monique says a man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous man on the planet. God left that job to work with Summer. Freddie says, my thing is, why was Anna apologizing to Curtis when she's not even sure? I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I sat there was like, boo, you just going there to absolve your guilt. Which, to be honest, you don't even know if you're responsible. Let's be very clear. The gunman is responsible. You know? Toby says, don't fighting words. Those words are, matter of fact, and yet the Newmans. I heard you said, Darby, and I get that. I just want to make sure that you have that. I want to make sure, Darby, I want to make sure that you have that same energy when Kyrie's comes in here, okay? I want to make sure that you are going to write that exact same line when he comes in here, which is really odd because see, I did a video about the Young and the Restless and how no one is like relatable really when it comes towards finances. Everyone got billion-dollar companies. What's good, Duan? Everyone got billion-dollar companies and stuff like that. Everyone got a company. Everyone's rich. Like there is, I think, how many people on that show is not rich? And I don't mean like, okay, all right, cool. You know, like I said, what's good, Spider Quake? What is good, my dude? Um, okay. Like I said, it's let's just wait. Let's just wait until he gets here. I felt like I missed a comment. Okay. Uh, if I missed your comment, oh yes, yes, very true, Monique, very true. I know I'm gonna sit there and probably miss some comments. Let's see, where are we? What the? Oh, thank you, Darby. Thank you. I was just gonna, it's funny. I was just gonna sit there and like, where's the like situation at? Where's that? I need you to move. But yes, thank you. As you're coming in, make sure that you do hit the like button, because it really does actually help. Dewan says Portia got on my nerves today, and it did not shoot Curtis. I get that. See, here's my whole thing, Dewan. Normally, I would sit there and practically fry um, Portia little tail off, but I understand where she was coming from. Okay, she might have actually directly shot him, but if the shooter was coming at Anna and Curtis got caught in the crossfire, I understand the level of anger that she had. You know, I understand the level of anger that she had. I don't know. I don't. Yes, she didn't actually shoot him. It was the shooter, but at least I understood that part. So yes, we got 21 people in the chat. We got 11 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. It really does actually help. It does help. Duan says she wasn't responsible. I, you know what that's like, Duan? I put it like this: if you have somebody that stole from a gang, right, and they ran into a neighborhood, right, and the people came after them and they try to shoot at him and they wound up hitting somebody else, right? Yes, it's not that person's fault because they were essentially trying to get away, but because they was there in that area and they were coming after them, I, you know what I'm saying? Like it's she didn't directly shoot. Like I understand it, you know. She wasn't responsible. No, she wasn't responsible, but indirectly, that's the result that wound up happening. So that I understand. Jay Blue said I'm here, but treating myself to Whole Food groceries. I haven't seen Jay today. Queen Nakisha is in the chat. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? Joanna says, why not be mad at Curtis for walking there? I'm not gonna really. Okay. Monique said Josh and Dex need a new topic of conversation because every 5 minutes it's Josh with I hate Sunny speech. Yeah, it's exactly, not something else. It's old. It's war paper thin. At this point, it's see that's my whole thing, Monique. When I drag Jocelyn, people want to sit there and try to be the first people in line to defend her, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, she talks about Sonny every 5 minutes. She was going to betray Sonny, a man that she knew her whole life, for a dude that she known for like maybe a year. But people want to sit there and try to defend her. Okay. In case you what if the bullet was meant for Curtis? Could have been hired by Cyrus for Curtis. Yes. Miss Sanchez says I can't stand Portia. She blames Spencer for her family. Yeah, exactly. And see that I 100% agree with you on. Yep, Jonathan, he did his thing today. I get that random things happen. You know, the problem is, Dewan, is that emotions aren't always logical. That's the thing. Emotions don't necessarily actually have ration behind it. So, Darby, what did you say before? What did you say before? I would like you to sit there and rephrase the statement. Guys, Portia pissed me off. Here's a twist. I love it. Here's a twist. I love it. It was Trump Taggart that shot. Oh wow. J Blue says she's blinded by love. Yeah, that's one word for it. Dave. Well. Sasha, give me a side of Ferncliff. Oh, you know that's definitely gonna happen. No, I'm good. How you doing, Dave? How are you doing, Dave? That's just my mom used to say. Oh, you can't remember? You can't remember? Was that it? Johnson said I really enjoyed Cody taking down that slime. Yeah, had that dude pig tied in his own what you call it. Last I said Josh and Des conversation. The good Lord, I have never seen so bored. Yeah, they. I'm glad to hear that, Dave. He says, "What would High and Mighty Portia say then?" What was that comment? Darby, are you really actually going to make me go all the way back to the top to try to find it? Oh, there we go. It's right there. Hey, Kyrie's. This what your boy Darby got to sit there and say about Adam. Let me make sure I get the mic. Ariana's in the chat. What's good, Ariana? Darby says, I don't know why everyone is afraid of Adam. He has no company. He has no money. His family never did want to ever accept him. He has nothing, and yet the Newmans are afraid of him. How you doing? How you doing tonight, Ariana? So yeah, that's what your boy Darby thinks of Adam Newman. And and just to make sure we're very clear about that, Darby says I meant every word. Ariana, it is so good to see you. Andrea, how you doing tonight? Keep reading what I wrote. Oh, I'm pretty sure you heard me the first time. Johnson says Dick Van Dyke character is John's real father. What did you think? Honestly, to tell you the truth, the sad thing is that I already knew. Here's the thing. Everyone was already sitting there telling me. Everyone was already sitting there saying, "Oh, it's most likely, John's father." So when it happened, it was like I felt like I was just kind of spoiled at that point. I felt like it was literally sports. So it's like, what about you? Ariana says it was an easy day. I hope you had a good day. Yep. Well, the day was the day. Could have been better at work. Could have been worse, but I got a lot better when I left. So yeah, that's Gary says, "Oh no, you didn't, Dari. Adam is badass. Adam does have money first, well, second of all, the got away with more money. Okay, all right. Blackmon is in the chat. What's good, Blackmon? Lashanta says, how Vivian come in and take over because she is Vivian Alamain. Apparently, that's supposed to sit there and mean something. Freddie says, oh God, can't help Curtis at this point and stop blaming the rest of the world for what happened to you. Just accept it. I actually tell you, that's exactly what he did today. He literally did actually do that. Like that's literally what he wound up doing. Um, Susanna, nope. Sarah passed out and might have actually I don't know. I don't think they're gonna kill her off yet. Anna says navigating people is something always much better when it's over. Yeah. Oh, I know you didn't play. That's why I make sure. That's why I made sure I highlight. Okay. That's why I made sure I highlighted it. Johnson says to the man we originally knew to be John's father, still the identity of John's real father. Okay, yeah, and in that case, yeah, that's a little bit different. It's just the fact of the matter is, like, people were sitting there telling me, "Oh, that's John's father. That's John's father." So it's like, "I'm your father." It was like, "Oh, whoa, damn, I didn't see that coming." Except for I did, like about a week ago. Jarvis is in the chat. Was good. I think he, I think he thinks that. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Um, yeah, I felt like it was mostly lackluster because everyone kept just saying, it's John's father. It's going to be John's father. I know it's going to be John's father. And then I sat there and I was like, well, they're not going to bring in Dick Van Dyke just for giggles. So the goddess is in the chat. Jesse Jess, the one and only. Lashanta says Juanita running in everyone's face because she's scared out of her mind and she can't handle Sunny's world. And Monique says, does Liam think he can take on Sheila? He couldn't take on Quinn. Now Quinn is Wyatt's mother, right? Quinn is Wyatt's mother. So yeah, well they're not actually related, never mind. Jero says it was kind of boring on B&B today. Yes, it was, Jess. Yes, it was. It was actually pretty good today. Lashanta says, who's worse, Nina or Kristen? All right, chat. Who's worse, Nina or Kristen? I think at this point everyone already knows my answer, but I want to know what your answer is. And as we are coming into the chat, make sure you hit the like button because it really does help. He keeps secrets. Dante's the biggest hypocrite. I would sit there and say that's more Jocelyn and Michael in that standing as far as biggest hypocrites go. Johnson says, I guess Vivian was, has everyone moved out. Yep. So you want to sit there and literally clean house. Literally clean house. I didn't realize that Vivian, I didn't realize that Philip was, I didn't realize that Vivian was Philip's mother. Like, I felt like that was just odd. Darby said, do we got beef, Kyrie's? And he said it with a, you know, oh yeah, exactly, Lashanta. Just to remind her what she did, just says Nina was super delusional today. Ava couldn't even help. Well, that is Nina for you, so. Hey, Freddie says what Cody did when Cody took the doctor clothes and pretended to be him. Then the doctor tied up. Ariana says, did Nina lose her mind against A? She started to a little bit. She just, here's the thing, she's been running around on Petro. She's been running around on Petro all week pretty much. Um, Johnson says, the one and only, aka Cuz, Daniel Gray is in the chat, is in the building. How you doing, my friend? Nathaniel says, Kyrie, you're hilarious. Johnson says, Vivian isn't Phyllis for a mom, she just carried. Yeah, I know, but she. Uh, yeah, no, I get that, but it's sort of like a mom. I don't know. Jesus Christ. What's good, Steve Wilkos? Alyssa's in the chat. What's good, AJ? Dan says, I'm doing better than you, Webster. Oh, I think that comment was meant for you, Kyrie's. I'm pretty sure that comment was meant for you. W says, I'll be trying to start beef between us. No, no. What I did was I wanted to make sure you kept that same energy. That's what I did. You know how Kyrie says about Adam. Mine's is good. Mine's is a lot better once I got out of work. Oh, he knows. Okay, I want to make sure he knows. Just in case he didn't know, he's gonna know now. Asante says, I don't like nobody being mean to Anna. Okay. Okay. Just as Ava told Nina that Sonny's arrested wouldn't be the end of it, and Nina gonna say I've been with complicated men. Exactly. I'm like, all right, boo. Yes, thank you, Andrea, thank you. Yeah, it was just like I don't like people being mean to Anna. Okay. I mean, well, yesterday I fast forward through it, so let's see. I died laughing on the floor, Cody Bell. Yeah, he definitely did do his thing today. He really did. He definitely did do his thing today. So I don't know how you were on her side. I Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jess. I'm not just saying that she's right. I'm saying I understood where she was coming from. Right? I wasn't on her side. Let's be very clear about that. I was not on her side. But I understood where she was coming from. She basically was like, y'all are indirectly responsible for my husband's my husband being in a wheelchair, because y'all are danger, y'all are magnet dangers, you know, y'all attracted to danger. And he got caught in crossfire because of y'all BS. So I understood that. But no, I wasn't on the side. It just I understood where she was coming from. Ariana says, I think that Nina being forced to see Sonny for who he really is will mess with her mind. Yeah. Say says my mom said about Cody rescuing Sasha was great for him. She believes there will be a. Oh yeah, yeah, no, that's definitely gonna happen. Juan says, but how actions do happen? Actions do happen, but emotions isn't logical. That's what I'm saying. Emotions isn't logical. Just says she can tell Anna not to come back. Being rude for what? Being rude because she's upset about the fact that her husband's in a wheelchair. That's the thing. Her husband's in a wheelchair because of the danger that Anna and Sonny brought to that Metro court. You know? What's good, Tracy Steve? Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Crystal Hopkins. It's just how people are going to react, you know? It's just how people are going to react. It's emotions, again, emotions don't always have logic. Bliss says Sean went back to drinking again. Yep, it happened today. That's true. That's true, Nikisha. It's the same thing with Anna actually having a twin. What's good, Denise? Carrie says you missed. Oh no, I didn't miss it. I just didn't read it out loud. I didn't miss it. I just didn't read it out loud. No, no, I saw it. She's doing the moves. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. We going in tonight. Okay. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not agreeing. Um, I'm not agreeing with what Portia was actually doing. Okay. It was wrong, but it was also an emotional response. I mean, seriously, just think of it this way: if somebody that you love got hurt just simply because somebody else happened to be in that orbit, you telling me that you're not going to be mad at them, especially if they show up to your house? Come on. Like I said, I don't like Portia at all, but and granted, they're not responsible, but indirectly because of them just being in that area, they got hurt. You're going to be upset. What's good, Double C? Oh, okay. Johnson says in the future when Sasha goes off and Gladys, the actress will deliver. Just says, damn, that sounds like how I defend Josh, and yet you make the same argument. Hmm. Yeah, but the difference between me and you, Jess, is that when I make the argument about it, I'm generally just better. So that's the difference. I just so happen to make a better, compelling case. Um, and also, to be fair, Jess, I do generally tend to point out a lot of things that's wrong with. I tend to point out a lot of things that's wrong with Portia. How many wrong things do you actually tend to? I mean, things you tend to point out when it's Jocelyn. Go on, I'll wait. Well, Marsha and Portia is different. That's right, Jess. Sorry, had to do it to you. Monique says can't stay long. Movie night with mom watching Red. That's a movie with Bruce Willis. Okay, all right, enjoy. Lana says a portion only knew Curtis was in bed with the mob. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for that one. I am still waiting for that one. Number says I want Anna to say it's not your choice who Curtis sees. Hmm. I mean, my whole thing is here's my thing. When I sat there and I saw Anna go to Curtis' house, I'm like, I felt like in some sort of way, it's like she went there to sit there and try to exalt her own guilt, right? Because she feels guilty about the whole thing, and in reality, it's not her fault. It's the shooter's fault, right? It is. It's the shooter's fault. It's not even. Oh, Nathan says, Carius, you need to stop. I don't come into McDonald's and talk trash about how you scoop up them fries. Hey, I feel like I'm gonna need a drink for this one today. Ugh, damn, that thing is heavy. Lashanta says, someone Portia sees Sunny, she's gonna blame him too. Yeah, yeah, she is. Nikki said Portia shouldn't be blaming Sunny and Anna because Curtis might have been the target. Sunny and Anna could be couldn't be involved. We don't know yet. Portia doesn't know either. Yeah, exactly. That's true. She's reacting off of emotions. I know they said respect your husband, glad Sasha needs to slap that heifer. Ooh, that's like my second favorite non-curse word. Is heifer. I love that word. Heifer. I love the old school McDonald's fries. Like when they put like way too much salt and way too much salt and grease and way too much grease and salt and grease. Um I miss YNR and B&B today. B&B was YNR was actually a lot better. Santa says she already knows she already feels bad than able out people. Just like how Portia is reacting out of emotion because someone loved her, got hurt. Josh is doing the same thing, but look at you or understanding. Yeah, okay. So I pick and choose. I pick and choose when I decide I want to give understanding. You're 100% correct. Because at the end of the day, and I know it sounds cold, the world does not owe people understanding. Yes, I pick and choose when I decide I want to be understanding when I don't. That's right. Um then it says, but anyway, in all seriousness, occurs. I love him and just wanted to say good evening to you lovely people. I'm off to the night market. Have a good night, Nathaniel. It was great seeing you as always. It was great seeing you, my friend. And oh, I missed somebody. Ambassador Sam is in the chat. Was good, Ambassador? Oh yeah, no, just no, I admit it. I admit it. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button if you're coming in. I have no idea what the likes are, but also say yes. Also say goodnight to Nathaniel. It's always a pleasure to sit there and see him come through. So thank you, thank you. 18 likes. I hope that's okay. I ain't never worked at McDonald's. I was at Shimshak. You just mad because you couldn't get a job at Popeyes. I think I went to Shake Shack once. I think I went to Shake Shack once. Nikisha, I think we all owe each other understanding, compassion, and kindness. Yeah, in a perfect world. Yeah, in a perfect world, sure. And I don't mean it. I'm not just saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that to be honest. Um, have a night, J Blue. Wrigley said, just please, anyone get us some fries. Yes, you have a great night. Yes, and like I said, it sounds heartless, but it's true. The world does not owe you understanding. If you choose to, that's fine, but just said Shake Shack McDonald's must sound foreign to you since you only eat one thing. Oh, oh, we are going there tonight, huh, Jess? Let's say Chase was mad and Days was okay. Carrie says, Nathaniel said, good night, people. Goodbye, 35 years ago. I like him too. Yes, good evening, sir. He said that's how we make the world perfect, close to perfection by going out of our way to choose to be kind. Be kind. Yeah, I'm not saying saying you're wrong. Just, Freddie says, Nina keeps saying, oh, I can't handle Sonny's life, but after that conversation, you can. Yeah, it's constant. It's constant. He said the world isn't unkind. People make it that way. We can choose to be good to one another. That's how I try to live. I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm not even to say I don't agree with that. I'm just saying, like, um, just as that's true, the world doesn't only understand. Thank you, Jess, but I don't get how you understand Porsche more than Joss. Hmm. Because the circumstances are different. That's why. The circumstances are a lot different. You can't sit there and compare a bullet to the back and one person is paralyzed for life as opposed to two grown adults that have been screwing each other over, Carly and Sonny, for a long time, and simply because um, Sonny decides not want to be with Carly for his own selfish reasons. Carly gets upset, and now Sonny is public enemy number one. They're not the same. They're really not the same. They're just not the same. Pain is pain, though. Mm, they're not the same kind of pain, though. They're not the same kind of pain. And to the extreme. I mean, it's not just enough to sit there and say, well, I don't like you or whatever. It's like, no, now I want you in jail because now you're a bad person. Well, you knew he was a bad person for a very long time. What are you talking about? Nothing really changed. You knew Sonny did illegal stuff um, from the time that you practically know now. Now you're just not okay with it because he hurt your mommy, which is not the same thing as being paralyzed in a wheelchair. I don't like. I'm confused. Yeah, that too. That too. Which I don't. I'm not a fan of deflecting um, that type of anger on somebody else. But Autumn says I can't wait for the SEC secret to come out. I'm over Nina and her Ninaisms. I'm happy Cody busted Sasha out of confirmed clue she doesn't deserve to be there, and I hope we see Sasha confront Gladys soon. Saying just as I'm not comparing them, I'm saying the emotional pain is there on both sides. Yes, that's true. Uh, no, Jess, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one because I see where you're trying to come from. We don't have to agree to disagree on that one. Have a good night, Denise. It was great to see you again. It's always good to see you in the chat. So thank you for coming through. In case that one Brenna's supposed to come tongue gliders. Just says why that face. um I see where you're coming from. Uh and I felt like on that level I'm more just like hmm, I can agree to disagree on that one. I'm not gonna fight you on that one. Because I'm not gonna sit there and say you're totally wrong, but there's levels to it. Johnson says, do you think Gladys will end up leaving town, go to jail, or be dealt with by Selena? Leaving town. I think, here's the thing, I think Gladys is too good as far as riling people up to sit there and kill off. Just said OMG. What's the OMG for? No. What's the OMG for? I said I agree to disagree with you on that. What's the OMG for? Nah, I want to know. I was serious about to just pour this somewhere else. What's the OMG for? But it says Nina. Okay, there's no one going to be able to. Oh, it smells so good. Freddie says Nina should leave Port Charles, go back, make some calls, find another amazing man. Yeah, yeah, she ain't ready for Sunny's. She ain't ready for Sunny's life. Juan says Anna was a cop and Portia is just upset because her husband got shot. If it had been Gladys, she wouldn't care. Obviously, is glad that doctor was handled. Autumn says, I hope Sasha cares Gladys a new one. If I was Sasha, I would whoop her blame because she deserves it. How about you, Albert? What would you do to Gladys? I honestly tell you, I would give it to Selena. I would let Selena handle her. Whatever Selena wants to sit there and do, I would let Selena handle her. Just LOL because you said you agree, but then you say you agree to disagree. So which is it? I agree to disagree. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear. I agree to disagree. I'm still not a fan of Jocelyn. I'm still gonna sit there and tear a new one whenever I see it's whenever I feel it's befitting. But Freddie says Nina better better of being Freddie says Nina's better of being what? Just those are fine. Jess, I think you should take the slight. I think you should take the slight W that I gave you. That's what I think. That's what I think should happen right now, Jess. I think you should sit there and take the slight W that I gave you. I can always tell that. I can always sit there and turn that W into an L. Just keep that in mind. Um, Johnson says, "Oh, if Steve Weber finally gets out of prison, maybe Nina can start a relationship with him." Yeah, because I don't see her being with too many people. Rashanta says, "Send Gladys home." Rashanta said, "You have your picks." Freddie says, "Outer shank means he's that what Nina is." Um, Crystal says, "People are treating Curtis like a child because he's in a wheelchair." Well, it's a little more complicated than that, Crystal. That anime, that's what Hybrid Man. Internet animus. That's what anime you think you should know. I just said you can turn ish. See, just I was trying to be nice. I was trying to give you a gift, but you don't really sound too grateful about me just giving you your W. So keep it up, Jess. You know what? You're right. I will sit there and take that to account next time. The one said the code that code give her to Selena. Who either Gladys should buck up. It's gonna be a long ride down. Oh yeah, we already know where she's going. Buster says, imagine if Selena threw Gladys off a bridge like Victor did. Hmm, it's too quick. It's too easy. No, Kyrie, no, no. Let me tell you what happened. I tried to give her a W, and instead of her just being grateful and taking it, she just needed to be reminded that I can always just switch it around into an L. I can always sit there and change that W to an L. Keep that in mind, Jess. Um, Jillian says Cody breaking Sasha out of Ferncliff reminds me of the time Jason broke Carly out of Ferncliff and Franco was the getaway driver. Yes. Yes, Jillian. That's exactly what a lot of people seem to say when they came into the shot. Also, how are you doing tonight, Jillian? It's actually really good to see you again. That's not to say Jason set it off in Ferncliff. Yeah, my dude came in with a gun. Well, to be fair, Kyrie, I did kind of see that comment. It was like that was on me. Just as I'm the only one who felt Cody breaking Sasha out was a bit. Am I the only one that who felt Cody breaking Sasha out was a bit anticlimactic? Uh, Given everything that Doctor was Smith did doing, yes, no, it's very good to see you again, Julian. Johnson says Gabby and Steffi are in for a real surprise next week. Yeah, Vivian came in. Vivian was like, "Yo, all this right here is all mine. I want y'all out this house by 5 p.m." Jackie P's in the chat was good, Jackie. Freddie says, I don't understand why when some. Freddie says, I don't understand why when every time when there's a scene with Jocelyn and Dex having the same dialogue. Sonny is a criminal. He's the criminal that help keeps you safe. All these. Exactly. Exactly. It's funny whenever I sit there and call her a hypocrite for that. Okay, but here's okay. I get what you're saying, and that's the thing is you're looking at it from your point of view, right? Now, from Marshall and Portia and stuff like that, they're looking at it a little bit differently. There's a certain level of pain and sadness that they have to sit there and deal with, and have to sit there and learn how to handle when they're sitting there dealing with Curtis in the wheelchair. It's like I'm trying to look at it from a caregiver's point of view. Just as because Sonny is a criminal. Hello. Yeah, but she ain't mind him being a real criminal before though. All those years before. What changed? What changed all those years before? No, I'll wait. Um Johnson says it would be real funny if Vivian showed up with while Gabby and Steph are in bed. I would not put that. I would not put that past her. Gemini was good. Gemini. It's like, yeah, he was a criminal. He was always a criminal. See, okay, and I'll sit there and say this, Jess, since you're in the chat. I did agree with Jocelyn when Dex was like, "This is my fault," and Jocelyn was like, "No, this is Sonny's fault. Sonny chose his life." And I was like, you know what? Josh is right. Autumn says, "Albert, I rest as well as that Maurice son is going to play Adam, the classmate that Josh is going to get close to and end up cheating on with Dex. And it's going to happen this fall." Oof. Oh, Autumn. That is music to my ears. That is music to my ears. Because when that happens, Autumn, oof, you, you thought I was harsh on Jocelyn before. Nah, my fault, Kyrie. I thought it'd be kind of funny, especially since I saw those words. I was like, but then I didn't sit there and think about the other factors. Freddie says, but Jocelyn wasn't saying all that when it suited and benefited her and Mike. Okay, whatever. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. I rest my case. Johnson says, so get ready for some Jocelyn roasting. Oh, like I said, Jonathan, you thought I was harsh on Jocelyn before. Okay. All right. Jillian says, Jocelyn is a hypocrite. Thank you for saying that. Double C says, remember, Dex, she was never yours, just your turn. Next. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? Mr. Bear. Yeah, no, my bad. My bad, Kyrie's. Just as I don't know how Sonny benefited Michael or Jocelyn anyway. I don't think that's. I don't think no no. I don't think that's how that. Basically, it was like how Michael and Jocelyn benefited all those years ago, and he did. What the? Jocelyn says, "Sure, Sonny chose his life, and Josh chose to be with someone connected to it." Yeah, and then there's that. Autumn says, apparently it says Josh and Dex are going to have real problems stemming from Dex working for Sonny, but like I said, Josh has proven she ain't loyal. She cheated on her best friend. Dex can get it too. Certainly are right. Hmm, I don't know what to say. I think you're saying it from one perspective, and I get that. So I'm not just saying you're wrong, but you're not seeing it from a caregiver's perspective. Listen, I'm telling you, Heather, the wrong Corbin. Mr. Bear says B&B planting the seeds for Who Shot Sheila. Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay, that makes sense. Jillian says I can't wait for Sasha to confront. We all are looking for that. Sasha says I hate this extra line if you told Rich about the sure. But I also feel like if I feel like if Ridge would have told Eric the reason why he couldn't start another line with him, Eric would have understood a little bit more. So, I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, there's a miscommunication on both of their fronts. Darby says week, next week, Nikki's going to treat Adam for an Adam not take revenge. Yeah, I know, I saw that too. No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, listen. So Craig says, I heard they might kill off Molly. I won't be surprised. They can't do anything with her at this point. Like they already messed up Molly's character, and it doesn't matter. The problem is it doesn't matter who plays her. Like, granted, this actress is definitely not a good Molly. But even if you got back the original Molly, it wouldn't change anything. Nothing would change. It would still be bad. Darby said, especially Liz Renfrey and Nikki said, "Oh, she's worse than that, Valerie. She is just, oof." My dude, Dollar Bill. Lashanta says, what is Riz saying is they got other lines going on. He can't just forget. Yeah, exactly, and yes, but that's my thing, Lashanta. If he would have explained it to Eric the way he explained it to RJ, I felt like Eric would have understood that, but he didn't do that. He practically that's not the way he explained it, and that's why I'm Smith is saying about the miscommunication. Johnson says Monday's episode, Jason looked like it will be boring. Hope not. Jim now says next week Victoria gets kicked out of her seat. Oh, the Ice Princess? Yes, but it's always good to sit there and see Don Diamond, aka Dollar Bill. Dollar Bill. I still remember he sat there. He threw that fake money at Deacon. But yeah, they certainly did mess her up. Unfortunately, they can't actually walk that. They can't actually walk that back. With Molly, they can't. They already. I don't know exactly who would be. I don't know exactly who would be, Alyssa. I mean, they already jacked her. Yeah, they already jacked her up. WC said Victor takes back his seat next week. Well, he did sit there and say Nate Hastings is not going to be whatever it is. Okay, we got 20 likes and 30. We got 30 people in the chat and 20 likes. So, and Lashanta says age likely, but just like she blames Steffi for Finn getting shot, and the Forsters for Sheila blaming her husband for laying down with her. Mm. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that first part. Yes. So, Mr. Bear said, "Do Eric family know he got?" Um, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. That I don't think there's enough alcohol to sit there and really get into that conversation about Quinn and Donna. Except for the fact that Donna made his joystick work. Um, Harry says exactly. I've never even mentioned Nikki or Victoria by name, and the only reason he mentioned Nick is because of Sally. All Adam cares about is Victor's approval for reasons I never understand. Yeah, that's why not for you, I guess. I don't know. Freddie says, now I like the actress Eden McCoy, but the character Jocelyn gets on my nerves, but I wish they would stop giving the character the same dialogue. Sonny's evil, Sonny's the devil, OMG. Yeah, exactly. See, that's been their issue with Dax and Joss, you know, is that they have that conversation too many times. They have that conversation too many times. It gets irritating. But like I said, today Jocelyn actually pissed me off. You know, son, your entire life. Son, your entire life, and yet you're gonna sit there and turn him in for a guy that you know for a year. Just says the Eddie Main stuff sucked. Yeah, I fast forward through that. I fast forward through that. I can sit there and sit through that. Nobody is afraid of Nikki Newman. Well, it's never enough for Nikki. Just says I like Jack's conversation. I like how Dex opened up about Sunny. Yeah, but here's the thing though, and I'm glad you brought that up, Jess, because Dex actually has loyalty to Sunny, and I'm like, you might want to sit there and teach your girl Joss about loyalty. You might want to sit there and treat your girl. You might want to sit there and teach your girl Joss about loyalty. Now, Jess says, yeah, so Sonny left his family for Nina, who he barely knew. All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Jess. I'll give you that. I should tell you, but here's the thing, Jess. I'll give you that, but I'm gonna take away a point as well. It just means that they both just kind of suck as human beings. That's what that means. They both suck as human beings. They both did some griminess. So, but I'll give you that though, Jess. I'll give you that. Bradley says I thought Eddie was going to get his Marie's bag while playing. I didn't think that at all. But to be fair, I did actually fast forward through it though. Why the Josh says I wonder if Josh will feel the same way about Sunny when her life is in danger and Sunny is the only one who can save her. Well, yeah, exactly, and that's the thing, Jonathan. When Sunny is this, that, and the third until they need Sunny. Sunny is the devil until they need her. Until they actually need Sunny. Just says Nina is actually the worst choice out of the two. Curry says Josh is a piece of dirt. Sonny's memory was altered at Nixon Falls. He couldn't help it. The only thing that Jocelyn had is against the Jesus. Like I said, I'll give you that. Krista says you're not seeing it from a distance. No, I can't. And you're right about that. I can't. So you're right. You're right about that. Like I said, Jess, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Gemini says, poor Josh, she thinks that Dex working for Sunny is taking away from her quality time, but Dex is more loyal to Sunny. Freddie says, let's get the animated scene today. I didn't want to see that foolishness. Yeah, the minute he started singing, I'm just like, well, let's just hit the old fast forward button there. Lashanta says Sonny got his memories back and he still kept a secret. All right. Let's say, well, if that's the case, Josh needs to find someone who isn't in the mob if she wants quality time. Johnson says every time Josh is in the scene with Dex, she just reminds why I don't miss her father Jasper. For. 'Jasper. 'Jax. 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 'Jasper. It's not a kind of want to see you, man. Carrier said Josh is a selfish shrew. She's a nag just like her daddy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that she was complaining. I don't think she was complaining a lot. No. But to be fair, my whole thing is regardless, it is the same dialogue that does get annoying after a while. You know, Sonny's a criminal. Sonny's this, Sonny's that. It's like, Jocelyn, we know that you feel that Sonny's a criminal. Okay? We don't need to have the same conversations all the time. Now, yes, today they did switch it up, and we did find out why Dex was so loyal to Sonny. But when you do actually have the same, when you do actually have the same convos of Jocelyn complaining about Sonny to Dex, it does start to get old. That's true for the matter. It's not just that Trina was complaining about quality time too, but Spencer chose to be there. I'm not even gonna go with that one. Unless I understand Justin's point, but she can't just expect Dex to drop everything just for some quality time. Or says, didn't Robin have that loyalty problem with Jason over Sunny? It also broke them up over that too. Yep. Or says, then she takes that anger out with her man who loves so much. Sunny's not effing her, so give Dex an ultimatum or shut the hell up. Yeah, we giving just that smoke tonight. Just as all the women Jason has been with has had the problem. She ain't wrong. I give you that. She ain't wrong. And yeah, and I mean, even with Trina complaining about quality time, she doesn't do it too much, right? Like they're both not over the top about it. Like Trina does not complain that much, you know. I think with Trina is that she needs to be realistic about her expectations because it's different now. Alyssa said that happened in my previous relationship. My partner wanted quality time, but I couldn't drop taking care of my mom just to spend quality time with her. Yeah. Uh, it was okay. It was okay, Andrea. How was yours? I didn't get good sleep. I'll say that much. I got some good sleep. What's Josh reminds me of my ex partner. Yeah, but she, you know, to be fair, she doesn't make a habit out of it. So it's not like, all right, girls, it's getting kind of annoying, you know. I do feel like at some point that is going to be a problem because you know you don't like Sunny, but yet you are Smith there. You don't like Sunny, but you have your boyfriend working for Sunny, and it's going to start to bother you after a while. Her says Josh, a pathetic, weak little girl. If she's scared to tell her boyfriend, I can't be with you if you're gonna work for Sunny. He gave her that chance. She said he would consider doing it. Yep. Hey, no, listen, no, you definitely do deserve better than that. You do. Just says the only bad thing Josh ever did was cheat on Cam. Y'all be dragging it. Well, yeah, here we do. And see, my whole thing, you see, a lot of people, okay, so just a lot of people do drag her for that, right? Cheating is wrong, no matter how you look at it. It does happen, and it is what it is. My issue isn't with the cheating. My issue isn't with the cheating. My issue is with the disrespect that she did afterwards. And then she had the audacity to sit there and ask him for a favor. That that's the part that bothered. That's the part that hurt me. It wasn't the cheating, you know. The level of disrespect, the fact that she used him like a damn toilet seat, is what I had an issue with. Harry says also Jocelyn selfishly sent the guard away, risked death for defending that brat. Jocelyn didn't even show up to the memorial. Selfish hearted twit. Damn, damn. And they say I'm harsh. And they say I'm harsh. I wasn't gonna do all that, but to be fair, he's not entirely wrong though, Jess. He's not entirely wrong. Carrie says, I want to see Christina and Jocelyn have another scene together. Yeah, me too. Me too. Um, Kyrie isn't wrong about that though. Kyrie says, I would have understood it if she broke up with Cam rather than cheat on her. Yeah, I mean most people would have, yes. Ronnie Run, soccer match, okay. Kyrie says, I'm on one right now that forever pissed me off. Dr. O should slap make out Jocelyn's face. Now, I'll sit there and say that was a lot harder than I would have went on, but she's not wrong. There's only a certain level of mental gymnastics you can do when it comes to defending that, because she did actually send that guard away. You know, just says I don't see how that's Josh's fault. I'm sorry, what? Let me just press my eyes there. Oof, let's try this again. Just says I don't see how that's Josh's fault. I, yeah, well, we don't know what's going to wind up happening to Sarah. Kara says, I do. She sent the guard and complained about Sonny protecting her. Britt had to do it and died for it. I want to read this comment again because, the question was asked. I don't see how that's her fault. Harry says, I do. She sent the guard away and complained about Sonny protecting her. I rest my case. So Jess, what's the score now? 7 to like 1. I don't know. I've lost count of how many W's I have. Uh, W says, I would like to see Dr. Olive deal with Heather over Bristow. Just, you know what I'm going to sit there and say at this point? Screw it. I'm just going to sit there and say it. This is a fine example of what I like to sit there and call PPM, professional point misser. Is this what we're doing now, Jess? Is this did you, did we not just read the same? Okay, all right. I see we're gonna play that game tonight. LaShanta said Britt died being a hero. That's not the. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Really killing me, Smalls. Perry said Josh is a brainless. Okay. Ron says Albert asked this question in the chat. Why should actors find the fans calling them by their Ron? Never change. Never, 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 never change. Just as the argument would not make sense in the courtroom at all, though. Inadvertently, yes. Yes. But, Perry says Brett would have died if Josh was grateful for once and him miserable. I mean, it's cool. I do get. That's not to say that's like when Ava was having revenge fantasies, Ryan killed Kiki was. I don't even know what to say to that. I feel like that's a huge stretch, but okay. No, I didn't. I'm gonna try to watch it before I go to bed tonight. Try to watch before I go to bed tonight. That argument doesn't work. Just that argument exactly works. I want you to think about this because I don't know what to say, Jess. I don't know what to say. Ah, ah. You got a lot of mental gymnastics going on, but okay, all right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it before I go to bed tonight. No, 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 Ron, I will not miss her. I will not miss her. Freddie says I was gonna need something stronger. Yes, yes, I, yes. Freddie, I don't understand. I really felt like Harry's just explained it right there, and well, I guess that's what happens when we like sit there and get into PPM mode. Shanta says everything Ava did led up to Morgan's death. That's and that's kind of a stretch, real stretch. Yes, yes, definitely. Let's say I'm going to miss Talia. I like her. I love your patience. Curry said Josh should have went to Brisk Memorial at the very least, but she's ungrateful. I will explain. Okay, I'm gonna sit and explain it. Let me just take my drink. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and try this again. If Jocelyn did not order her bodyguard to go away, you know, because there was a bunch of killings going on at the time. The hook killer was just going around hooking people and stuff. And Jocelyn, for some odd reason, thought it was a good idea because she doesn't like Sonny so much that she sent away her bodyguard. There is a killer on the loose, and she sends away her bodyguard. Does she have a gun? Did she have mace? Did she have a whistle? No. So she just decided to just walk around town willy nilly, no protection, no nothing, knowing that there's a killer on the loose. And then Britt had to sit there and step in to save her. Your Honor, I rest my case at this point. I do. Let's say I'm going to give you a spoiler so you don't shoot me. Sean is going to cheat. What? 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 I'm sorry. What? Well, I mean, here's the thing, Ryan. If they get upset, then that's on them. Um, that's just on them. Let's say yeah, she did, but Abel Alar messed it up, so I'm glad he got fired. You know, Alyssa, what I'm mad about? The fact that me and that guy share the same name. That's what bothers me. I mean, that's messed up as well, but like that's what bothers me. Um, Darby says Morgan's death was wrong place, wrong time. I mean, Ava messing with his pills led up to his death, right? So I can totally understand people blaming her for that, but she didn't pull the trigger, right? I guess yes. Okay. Let's just say, oh yeah, Albert, yeah, dude, yeah, yeah. I'm not exactly a fan of that at all. Not the only Albert that I'm actually ashamed of. That's named Albert. Yes, yes. I swear. Let me take a drink before I sit there and read this. Hold on. Just says sending the guard away was a poor decision, but that argument does not work. Sorry. Okay. All right, Jess. Okay. All right. All right, baby girl. Johnson says here we're referring to him as simply Allah. Oh, thank God. Thank you. I can't. I can't. It is. I don't like the fact that we have the same name. Thank you, Jonathan. Just that that's like saying if I go out without a weapon and get attacked and someone jumps in, the help is my fault. Well, no, that's not the same. Just sounds stressing you out. LOL, I don't care. Love, you're not stressing me out. You're just missing the just I can't tell if you are missing the point on purpose, just just to F with me, or are you being dead serious about that? That's the part that I'm confused about it. Darby says Morgan was getting help for the pills, illness, but his death was random. I wouldn't go that far. Somewhat, yes. Um, okay. You know what, Jess? I'm gonna do you a favor. 'Cause I feel like you're, yeah. We're not gonna refer to me and that other guy in the same sentence. Um, just as your point makes no sense, I'm looking at it legally. You know what, Jess? I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna do you a favor. Okay? I'm feeling generous, so I'm gonna do you a favor. Okay? I'm gonna help you out because I your your counter argument is how should I sit there and put this in a delicate way? You know, I can't do it. Yes. At the end of the day, no one told Heather to sit there and go around and start killing people. That's on her, right? That's on her. That's not on Jocelyn. Jocelyn didn't sit there and say, "Hey Heather, why don't you go around and start killing people?" Okay, I'll give you that part. But you knew exactly what was going on in town, and you chose to sit there and have the one protection, the one person that could have protected you, send them away. Ultimately, because of that, Britt got Britt died because of her stupidity. So it is still on her in that sense. There, I helped you out. That sounds a little more better. You're welcome. Um, yeah. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie said Jocelyn contribute to Britt. Yes, yes. Thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says Mr. Alar people never use his first name here. Yeah, it's just I have to tell you, and that's the thing, Jonathan. It's like whenever I sit there and talk about that director, I have to use his first name, and I'm like, yes. Thank you, Kyrie, and thank you, Jonathan. Sorry, I did miss your first comment, so let me go back up there and check it. Francis says, I do agree that days may need to change out their writers. Mm. Prashanta says, if Morgan said in his journal he was taking his pills, he was aware of sugar pills, so he was manic. Just says, LOL, no, Albert, she wouldn't be responsible at all for her death. I really do this for a living. But let me stop stressing you out. Oh, no. You're not stressing me out. I, you know, just, I'm gonna let you get this one. I'm gonna let you get this one because your your argument was pretty weak. It had a lot of holes in it, but I did actually, you know, I did help you out, so you're welcome. But it was a good attempt. I liked it. Thank you, Darby. Darby said Britt chose to save Josh. She did. She did. Lashanta says, how many deaths Ava contribute to Connie, AJ? She thinks Nicholas. I'm gonna let that go, Lashanta. I'm gonna let that go. Curtis says, we know Jocelyn doesn't deserve jail time for Britt's death. She just deserved to be slapped. Alyssa says the only person Ava killed was Connie, I think, and that's true. Ron up at why were fans being rude and nasty to us all right. Because they're nut jobs. Freddie said Johnson knew there was a killer out there. What dummy would see? But that's the thing, Freddie. I'm trying to explain that, but um, when you do have professional point missers, they tend to just kind of skip over all that. But I tried. I tried. I even actually sat there and helped her out. So just LOL, I want you to try to say that to my. Hold on, let me. All right, I got it. I'm just no offense. I'm trying to read that without laughing. Hold on. I, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read that and I'm trying to be serious. All right, huh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried. You, you have to give me a few minutes. I can't read that sentence without laughing. I I can't. Ron said, "Do you feel?" Yeah, I do. I do. Because at the end of the day, it's just a job. I mean, it's a fun job, but just a job. And people shouldn't have to sit there and try to harass them just for doing this job. All right, I think I'm ready to sit there. I think I'm ready to sit there and read that now. Miss Key said, "What's going on?" I was trying to read a sentence from Jess, but I, I had to sit there and try to do it without laughing. I had to sit there and try to do it with a straight face. Oh, okay, let's start again. Jess said, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, I can't." Okay, Jess said, "I can't, I can't, I can't. I'm sorry. I tried. I did. I tried." Okay, all right. I know. I listen, Freddie. I can't read that sentence without laughing. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to try in a few minutes. Jakaris, how are you doing, my friend? I swear, the more things I try to read, then go back up there and try to read that sentence, I can't do it. Um, yeah, no, I agree with that. Okay, all right. I think I'm kind of all laughed out. I want you to try to say that to my face. Okay. Oof. Huh. That was that was kind of hard to do. W says Sonny tried to kill AJ. That's on him. I don't care if David told him lies. He chose to pull the trigger even while knowing for years. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Uh, Jakar says all I want to say is I don't give a damn about John's storyline. Oh, you're not a fan of it? I mean, here's the thing. I think I wasn't a fan of it because I already knew the outcome. That was the problem. I'm glad to hear that. No, but that was the thing though. Like, people. Here's the thing. People already told me from days that um, Dick Van Dyke was going to be John's son. I mean, John's father. So like when it happened, it was like, oh wow, that's such a reveal that I knew for days. Awesome. Uh, and yeah, Yeah, I knew that for days. So it was like it didn't really do much. You know, didn't really do much. I'll say that much. Jakara says I'm not a fan of it at all, and all I want to see is a couple's name that I couldn't pronounce in the beginning. Okay. Yeah, well, that's gonna happen since apparently Talia's leaving, which I'm totally okay with. Ron says I have a vibe with someone named. That's pretty terrible. Just says, oh, I'm. No, 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 no. It was. No. Am I joking? No, you are not. I just, um, listen, you are definitely not a joke to me. So, yeah. I have to tell you the truth. Just it was just the alcohol. It was just the alcohol. That's all. I wasn't laughing at you. It was just the alcohol. Nobody says shame on Abel, but Sonny will always be known as a killer. Yeah, and honestly, tell you the truth, it's not the first time he's actually um John. How do you even pronounce that? Johnson says I can see Dan leaving the hospital while alone getting snatched up by EJ's henchmen. Yo, my whole thing is though, Jonathan. I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, it just why did he wait so long? Why did he wait so long? Now, Lashanta says, how Talia leaving? She just got a job at the hospital. Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I will agree with that. Jakar said, Rex, wait, why? Why? What? Okay, what did he actually do that makes him a dumbass? I think that's the question I should be asking. I mean, he literally sat there and delivered a baby. So what did he exactly do? I like Talia, but I know Chanel will choose Johnny, which that will lead to Talia getting her. Also, it's a win by default. Perry says Casper, Nathaniel Gray, the friendly ghost really matches. Oh no, I just the thing is though, Jess. You know what? No, you know what? No, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back, Jess. I don't think you would actually sit there and say that in my presence. I think that you just took way too many L's, and you just need to just say thank you for the W that I gave you tonight, and just we'll call it even. How about that? We'll call it even. Darby says, does anyone really care that John Black finally found out? Again, but see, as that, and I think for me, I'm just like, because I knew it didn't really actually do anything for me. Melissa, that's how Talia and Sean are going to see together. Yo, that is insane. I'm sorry, what? Just says you wouldn't say that in my presence. You want to put money on that? You want to put money on that, Jeff? Hmm? Yeah, I want to see your answer then. I want to see your answer then. Yeah. Freddie said, I'm glad Dante wasn't too hard on Sam about helping Chloe commit. At first, I was kind of disappointed, but then it made sense. I'm sorry, Jess. That almost actually sounds like a challenge. Did you just challenge me? Jess, well, okay, what happened the last time that you actually challenged me? Why don't you remind the rest of the class what happened when you won a challenging me? Exactly. That sounds like a challenge. And she knows how I deal with challenges. Lashanta says, "How are John and Stefano brothers?" And good question. Carrie says, "I got 5-1 Albert. Won't say that." I'm sorry. Did you just, Carrie? So I'm gonna not take that personal that you actually betted against me. But okay. I mean, you're gonna lose that $5, but no. He's gonna lose that $5. I'm just not gonna take it personal. Um, Dobby said John and him are not brothers. I have no idea about the history of that show. I only came into it 2020. No, Kyrie's just gonna lose his money. That's all. And here's the thing. I don't think that Jess is gonna act nearly as I don't think that she's actually gonna have that same bravado when I meet her in person. But it's cute though. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's fun. Ron says, "All right, I want Sheila to be." Ronnie, Ron. What am I gonna do without you? Oh, Alyssa, you're not. You, you. I'm gonna have to message you later about that. Kyrie says the only one that can win against Jess is me. I choose not to go for that. I get it. She is Queen Jess. No, listen. I don't disagree. I'm just saying. I just think that that it's cute that she has all that bravado, you know, as she says behind the screen. No, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. I get it, Kyrie. You just want to lose that $5. It's okay. She wouldn't even battle me. That's cute. I love that. She's fiery. I like that. Unless she's on the run out, I don't think she would have time to get knocked out. That's. I don't think that you. Oh, Kyrie's. What am I gonna do with you, my friend? What am I gonna do with you? Like I said, Jess is fiery. I like that. She got spirit. She got spunk. I love it. And that is actually true. That's actually true, Alexa. She is not actually not on the run anymore. She's a free woman because of terrible writing. Ron is 100% correct. Sheila Carter, yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Sheila Carter is a free woman because of terrible, god awful writing. She's cute. I love it. Yeah, she got spunk. I like it. Got a fire. Yeah, she's free. Lashanta says, I want to know why Hope and Thomas getting Dawn at work and Brooke will catch them. Tom got a house. Yeah, and Brooke would just probably walk on in anyway. I honestly tell you, I think Brooke would just walk on in just because she's Brooke Logan. Curry said, just got me. I'm here. I'm her most lethal weapon at her disposal. Except John. That's right. Your lethal protection does come with some limits, and that is one limit that I can agree with that. Nah, just can't handle me. Just can't handle me, and she knows it. But it's cute. I love it. There's no verses. That would mean that you know, as far as debating, we're on like equal terms. We're not on equal terms. We're not on equal terms, baby girl. You know it. It's cute. I'm trying not to take offense, Kyries. I'm sorry. What? Okay. Try not to try not to take offense, Kyries. Really trying. Uh, Jay Money already said that those were not. You know, Rod. I gotta say. Okay. Where's this J Money channel? Where's this J? Where's this J Money channel? You talking about this mysterious J Money? Alyssa Thomas and Hope got busy. I'm glad they told each other how they felt. Nope. I don't know who this J Money is. Are you making him up, Ron? Are you making this person up? Try to look for this J Money character. That person don't seem legit. Darby said Jess will pull out that illegal weapon on purpose and hit Albert. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. I have no idea where we are with the legs. No, I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. LaShawn just says Vicky really thinks Victor's gonna let Nate be. Oh no. Vic. Oh Vic, yeah, but yeah, he shut that down with the quickness. The one that says J Money. Yeah, some person that Ron keeps talking about. Which here's the thing, he actually has named some real people before. Oh, of course not. Yeah, yeah. I've learned to sit there and take what Ron says with a grain of salt, and I mean like a real firm, small grain of salt. Okay, we got 23 likes. So, yeah. I don't know who this J Money person is. Freddie says Albert must really believe he has enough confidence to take just. I'm sorry. That almost sounds like you don't believe me. That almost sounds like you don't believe in me. I mean that's. I just read that. Freddie says what's said in Vegas stays in Vegas. Freddie says I protect Albert against outsiders when necessary. Though I have Albert's back when DC tried to. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my guy. But Jess is the queen now. Ron says, no, but I'm not talking about this. May he's This piece sometimes co-hosts with a woman named. Oh, let me type this in. I want to make sure I read that so I can get a good laugh. Hold on. Give me a second. I am on an Android at the moment, and I need a good laugh. So hold on. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ron. That's cute. I like that. That's good. And you actually believe that. That's okay. Have a good night, Laura B. It's good to see you again. The ones I see, I listened to sports and heard Victor Newman is going to demote Victoria. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If that does happen, I'm going to laugh like there is no tomorrow. Yo, listen. If Victoria gets demoted, I'm going to laugh. LaShanta said the only reason why they treat Abby like family because she died. Victor with the sued. Oh, she sued. Okay. Her said to be pissed because Jess got me. That's why Albert won't stand a chance. Like the other day when I had to pull out I give you that. But Kyrie's, come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest, Kyrie's. You know your girl was against the ropes, right? You know your girl was about to sit there and take like, well, another L. I've lost count, but you know she was about to take another L. So you came through in the clutch. Let's be honest. She was about to get bodied again. It's cool. It's cute. I like it. She actually said you wouldn't say that to my face. All right. um, Ron said, Alyssa Rex is playing daddy to Xander's baby. You know, I at first I was not a fan of what Sarah was doing, but then I understood it. I had to sit there and take myself out the equation. Just as no LOL that argument about Audrey wasn't even mine. I know, but let's be honest, Jess. You needed it. You needed to save. You need to save. All right, let's just be real. Let's just be real. And Kyrie is there in the clutch. W says I can see both Adam and Victoria and a bear together winning. Freddie says that Robert and Jess were at the WWE ring. Curry says well, prevent that from going down if you only wouldn't have denied Audra Albert. I give you that, but like I said, you know your girl's on the ropes. I'll say it again, you wouldn't have dared to say. Oh, Jess, you leave me speechless because you actually believe that. That's the thing that's interesting. You actually believe that. Ariana, have a good night, Ariana. It was good seeing you again. You have a great night, and thank you for joining. Seriously, it's always a pleasure to see you. You actually believe that. It's almost actually scary at this point. Let's say so. Dick Van Dyke character is John's father. What? Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't even sit there and say disappointing, but I'm more just like, all I think because most people already knew, and I knew, so it was like Yeah, because of how the baby came on. Toby says, I'm laughing, laughing, laughing. I see big face. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna laugh. LaShanta says, Victor told Nate whose last name, whose last name's not Newman. Yes, he did. He made that clear. I think because of the whole Neil thing back in the day, Harry says in WWE just would have Albert pinned quickly. Albert might like that. I, I don't. Jess actually believes that. So I mean, it's cool. I mean, I used to believe in fairy tales when I was a kid. So we can all believe in stuff. We can all believe in stuff. Just believe I wouldn't sit there and say it to her face. Um, I used to sit there and believe in what I used to sit there and believe in when I was a kid. Oh, that I can drink honey like Winnie the Pooh. And then I got sick, but I believed it though. Yes, that's right. I drank a bunch of honey because I saw Winnie the Pooh do it when I was a kid. But the point is, I believed it though. Freddie says it's just for fun, Albert. Oh, I know. I'm just talking about believing stuff. And then I got sick. And then it was not a fun night. Sansa says it would be funny if Nate would be over here. Spoiler says they will plot. Oh, okay, well then I wonder where is Nate going to be going? One says if you only have one night, who would you pick, Audra Charles or Diane Miller? Okay, so we clearly not picking. Oh, you know, honestly, I would pick Diane Miller. You want? I would pick Diane Miller. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some Audra, but I would pick Diane Miller. I think Diane Miller is probably the only person that I put above looks with Audra. So yeah, I don't understand why even bother to put Gladys in there for. The hell is wrong with you, bro? That lineup was good, but then you just like, what the hell that was about? Curry says my mother said today she can't Nate. Well, if DC would say he would sit there and say Nate the Great. Oh my God, thank you, Darby. Darby says Curry's. Do you believe that women wrestling needs a dedicated weekly show with no minimum? First of all, thank you, Darby. Thank you. And Kyrie, that question's for you. Oh, yeah. Duane says I should have used Nina. Yeah, I mean it would have been less gross. It would have been less gross, Duane. At least Nina looks good or decent in certain situations, like certain clothes. Um, Lashanta says I would wear Cody going with Sasha. Um, oh damn, that's a good question. I was just gonna say Dante's. I was just gonna say either Dante's or the Q's. I was just gonna say Dante's or Sam's. I was just gonna say Sam's, which would be really stupid. But I feel like the Q's house would be worse. Toby says, I wanted to ask you the other day, but didn't have time. Alyssa says, I'm in a women's wrestling derby, so I know they do. See, I don't watch wrestling, but I know they do. I know that they do have a lot of wrestling matches on Peacock. I know I have a lot of wrestling matches on Peacock. Prashanta says, please after them, you better lay low. Hmm. So then maybe we'll get a new set then. Maybe we'll get a new set. I will sit there and say, Prashanta, it says, I plan on running a wrestling promotion one day, and women's wrestling would definitely be a top priority. Now, Freddie says, if the writers make the Surrogate the crazy Lifetime movie to sabotage Molly and TJ, that would be entertaining because both of them are boring as hell. For real, make that storyline interesting. Yeah, because let's be honest, Molly is insufferable, and TJ unfortunately just have to sit there and deal with that. That's the problem. That's the problem. Um, Molly's insufferable. TJ's okay, right? But if I had to, I don't think they would still make it work though, because you still have to deal with Molly, and like you have to deal with the actress. Curry says, "I heard rumors they were killing off Molly. I'm here for it." Yeah, we were just actually sitting there talking about that in the beginning. Juan says probably best if Cody goes to Mac. Why is that? Sansa said that was Jason that have safe houses everywhere. Yeah, and it's funny too. I was just sitting there thinking that too. And that's the thing. You know, what's really sad though. I feel like they have to sit there and kill off Christina because, well, why don't they just actually make her less annoying? Couldn't they just do that? Couldn't they just make her more tolerable? I feel like it would be better if they just write her better than killing her off. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't miss her. I really wouldn't miss her. I don't really understand why they wrote her that way. And now she's doing this whole stupid thing with this whole stuffed animal. It's I feel bad. You know what? Here's the thing. I feel bad for the actress. That's what I was sitting saying. I feel bad for the actress. Andrea says they need Jason Morgan back. Toby says if I had that kind of $1 billion stretch, I'd give them their own 2 hour shows and make deals with WWE, AEW to have some of those talented women on their payroll. Now Lashanta says Doll Christina wasn't on 10 all the time. Yeah, but that's the writing though. That's the problem, right? Because even if you had Haley in it and you had those writers, she would still be insufferable, you know? Carrie says hopefully she will apologize to Katrina before she's killed. No, she's too old for the role. No one else was working in the role time. Character to go. Yeah, Freddie says if the Sackers drug TJ and tried to have Blank with him, at least it would give them a entertaining storyline, honestly. Well, yes, to an extent. Because you know it comes down to um how much could you tolerate Molly? That's the thing. But I get it. It would be better than nothing. One says, "There's a cop who can help get Sasha. Call you out of this mess. There'd be Mac. There'd be in, and he could tell Mac he's his father. Yeah, and put this whole thing to rest. Just says, I wonder when will we find out who Pikeman is. Hopefully next week. Hopefully next week. They've been doing this Pikeman storyline for a half minute. Harry says, plus it will give Alexis and some good material to work with by grieving. Agreement. Yes, yes, yes. But okay, here's the bad part that's going to come from that, though. Alexis is going to be really rude and nasty to Christina. Let's say that storyline happens, right? They will set TJ free. Yeah, but then we will have to sit there and deal with an angry Alexis going at Christina, blaming her, and that will be a problem. That'll be a problem because she was already upset with Christina for not trying to make things better with Molly, and I'm like, how could you make something better with her? You know, the minute that Molly walked into the room, she had a stank attitude and walked off. But yet um you have Alexis there coming at Molly, coming at Christina like you need to sit there and make out with her. I wish I had my sister around. Okay, but like what? But she says maybe Blair is Pikeman. I don't know. Lashanta says look how police told Mac not to get involved, but she stay and stuff. Perry says Christina will have nothing to do with Molly's death and Sunny won't tolerate Alexis. Hmm, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't see that happening. I see him trying, but Darby says Blair or Carly. Hmm, man. I gotta go with Laura. I gotta go with Laura. If Blair was against any other person, because I do love her voice. And it says Christina told Molly she knows what it's like to be a victim because she was a victim of abuse. Yep, yep. I agree with every single thing that you say. Yes. And Darby says Blair or Carly. Well, I don't think it really matters in what situation, so I'll still sit and go with. I'll still go with Blair. Darby says Blair has a simple eyes. Are you like, well, yeah, they seem like they're very similar in a lot of ways, though, Lashanto. Curry says Sonny don't play. He don't let anyone hurt or mistreat his children. Doesn't matter if they are born or not, especially his daughter. He don't play. I don't see that happening, but I would like to think. I don't see Sonny running interference. I really don't. Especially with Alexis grieving. Oh, I'm going with Donna. As I'm going with Donna. Uh, yeah, I'm going with Josh. I'm going with Josh. I go with Josh. To be honest, I would go with Josh over Christina, over both Christinas. Like, Josh, she annoys me, but she's bad. I give her that. She is on point. I give her that. That's just facts right there. Have a good night, Freddie. Jocelyn annoys me, but chick is on point. Whoever said, do you think Sonny will sleep with Blair eventually? Blair? No. She is. She is. I give her that. She on point. Lysanta says Alexa's sister was annoying. Oh, I can't even. I remember her, but yeah, she was redhead, right? Oh no, I'm going with Ava. Double C. I'm going with Ava. Kurt says I wouldn't do Jocelyn something about her. I'm not attracted to. I get it. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. W says Sonny is a baby making machine. 1GH. Yeah, he is always there running out, having a bunch of kids out there. He does take care of them, though. I'll sit there and say that, but she does take care of them. It's not to say, yeah, Christina. I'm going with Josh. I'm going with Josh. Like, Josh annoys me like there's no tomorrow, but. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's me pretty, but she's, yeah, no. No, 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 no. Josh looks better than yeah. Yeah, she's cute. It's cute. Willow's cute. Wouldn't go that far. But as fun as this is, I do gotta end the live though. 'Cause I do gotta wake up again at 4 o'clock in the morning, which really sucks. She's all right. She's cute. Needs to get her hair done. She's she's all right. She's all right. Yes. Have a good night, Andrea. Have a good night, Lashanta. It was great to see you again. Have a good night, Jess. Jess the goddess. Have a good night, Kyrese. Have a good night, Nikisha. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Andrea. Have a good night, Kyrese. Have a good night, Darby. Dolly! Oh, Dolly, you missed all the fun. Yeah, Jess was there taking was taking L's left and right tonight. Missed all the fun. But hopefully I get to see you tomorrow though. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Darby. Trust me, if I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I also think keep this going for a little bit. But have a good night, Shakira. Oh, it's true. It's true. I don't know what Jess is talking about, but no, it's true. Oh, Jess, you always manage to find a way to leave me speechless. Well, you already got it. So anyway, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I will see. Yes, yes, Dolly, you definitely will, my friend. I will see you in the next live stream, which is tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you again. Laters.